Hi, I'm Ezra from Finder.com, and today we're going to discuss how to vote by mail. The country is expecting an influx of absentee ballots come November, with voters hesitant to visit the polls in person due to the threat of the coronavirus. But with President Trump threatening to defund the U.S. Postal Service, many Americans are worried their mail-in ballot won't arrive in time to be counted. Fortunately, the Postmaster General decided to pause any changes to the Postal Service until after the election is over, and you can also explore drop boxes and private delivery services to ensure your ballot arrives on time. If you've decided to cast your 2020 election ballot by mail, we're here to walk you through the process. If you've already completed some of these steps, feel free to skip ahead to wherever you're at. No matter if you plan to vote in person or by mail, your first step is registering to vote. You'll need to do this if this is your first election or if you've recently moved. But even if you were registered in the past and have voted before, double check that you're still on the voter rolls for this election. States have been known to accidentally remove eligible voters when they purge registration lists of those who have died or moved. To register or check your registration, go to your state's election office website. You can find a list on usa.gov. You can also visit vote.org to fill out a one-page registration form that will lead you to your state's registration website or a paper form to fill out. If your state requires a paper form be sent through the mail or delivered in person, you'll want to register ASAP. Most states allow anyone to request a mail-in ballot on their election websites. However, a few still require you to provide a reason why you can't vote in person, like that you'll be out of state on election day, or that you or someone you care for is ill or has a disability. If none of these reasons apply to you, be on the lookout for changes to your state's absentee ballot rules. Many are rushing to put provisions in place to ease those restrictions because of the coronavirus pandemic. You can visit usa.gov to find your state's election office website and see its mail-in ballot eligibility requirements to make sure you qualify. You can also go to vote.org and fill out a one-page form to request an absentee ballot from your state. You'll receive an email with a PDF link to your ballot. Some states require you to mail in a paper copy of your absentee ballot request. Send it in ASAP so that you get your ballot on time. Even if filling out your ballot seems straightforward, read all of the instructions carefully before you begin. Election workers are going to be inundated this year and might not have time to contact you if you've made a mistake. For your ballot to count, you must fill it out exactly as directed and sign it where indicated to verify your identity. If the instructions tell you to fill in the oval, placing an X or check mark in the space won't count as a vote. And if you don't physically sign your ballot in the correct place, which is usually on the envelope and not on the ballot itself, your signature can't be verified, which could invalidate your entire ballot. Also, make sure you sign your name exactly as your ballot is addressed to ensure it's counted. Once your ballot is filled out and signed, it's time to mail it. Only 17 states have laws that require election officials to provide prepaid postage for your absentee ballot. If you don't live in one of those states, make sure to use the appropriate postage. If you're worried about USPS delivering your ballot in time, some have suggested using alternative delivery services such as UPS or FedEx, but the guidance around private mail companies is murky at this point. Based on our conversation with major carriers, voters can use some services to send absentee ballots, but at their own expense. You can check out our guide to absentee voting, where we break down the most up-to-date information on alternatives to USPS for sending in your ballot. To keep your local postal workers from facing a deluge of last-minute election returns, the best thing you can do is to vote as soon as you get your ballot. The more people who vote early, the less likely our system will be overwhelmed come November. One other option is to take your ballot to a designated drop box. So far, 11 states have drop boxes set up in some or all counties. You can find specific locations on your state elections office website. Many states allow you to track your ballot like you track a package online. Go to your state's elections office website and fill in your information to see whether your ballot has been received or where it is in the process. In California, you can even sign up for text and email alerts to let you know when your ballot has passed through each step. If your state doesn't have a tracking system in place, you might be able to view your voting history on your state's elections website to confirm your ballot was received. And that's it. 5 easy steps to make sure your mail-in ballot is counted in November. For more information on the election or the latest coronavirus news, visit finder.com with new guides added daily. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel so that you're in the know when other videos like this one drops. Thanks for watching and happy voting.